Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from today's LCS 2024 Spring Split matchup. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
Really to write home about is Piosik's back, and no flash for Showmaker.
Yeah, there's another scatter. Now that song cooldown is now BDD's looking for more, and I think Showmaker might be dead this time. He gets the reset, and there is the kill. Pyosik collecting first blood here for KT. The power. The Void Mites to come out. Pyosik just dealing with this last one, and Lucid going to trade it for a Drake. We've seen Drakes be pretty powerful as far as being able to have that extra priority. And so I don't mind DK's position in this one, especially with the fact that Deft and Beryl have been pushed in just a little bit.
Yeah. Grab the last of that one, and
Nature's Grasp, but now Fate's Call just going to be utilized, and man, if you're a player like Beryl, Fate's Call is a pretty good ability.
Yeah, he just spots it out, and that was completely planned here from Deft and Beryl. Just make sure they can't dive while Fate's Call you back in. Is this going to be plate gold going over to aiming regardless, and some farm denied here from Deft, so it is a successful cross map, but Grub's going over. Feels really good here for KT themselves, but they just weren't in a position to do so. They didn't have enough prio, so they get vision. They get the wave shoved in mid, and now this is going to be very likely the equalization of Drakes here. Dplus kind of sort of contesting, but not really. They're just watching it happen. With the Ivern brushes here, there's no information. There's a control ward in the pit. Herald is on.
Yeah, they wanted to get up there. BDD does have his teleport available, but there's also a juicy turret. Exactly. Look at these Void Mites. BDD just going to taxi them towards this outer turret. So the Rift Herald is going to go down, but I think KT will be pretty happy to trade it for this first turret blood, and that does go down. So as he puts these armor items together, he's going to be feeling better and better. We've seen this one before. Scatter the Weak does come through, but now Lucid, he's here. Buster Shot going to be utilized from BDD, and the slowdown comes in. He has to flash, but there's the flash twisted advance right on top, and the unleashed power comes in. It's Lucid that locks down the kill, the first for Dplus, and a little bit late is KT on the rotation. Nice little shield. Pyosik making sure that he keeps his team healthy and happy.
Yeah, KT have these brushes set up very difficult to approach here. Lucid does have his ultimate. He's going to need to use it to contest.
Yeah, Daisy moving on forward. Here's the Nature's Grasp. The hostile takeover is decent as well, though. As Lucid's so tanky, that's going to be the first kill onto Pyosik. Lucid's out of there as well, and Kingan's in. It's a double here as Deft goes down. Make that one a triple as Showmaker. He's feeling fantastic about how this one's going now.
Massive.
2 Drakes as well.
Massive. They win 2 big plays on the map, and then they just win. To hope for something more, you're going to have to hope for a mistake and overextension, perhaps, of someone like Kingan, someone like Lucid.
Beryl is big time dead. The Infernal Chains do connect onto Deft, but he will survive for the moment. He has Pyosik there, as well as now Kellen seems to be on the minds of KT. But this Baron needs to be looked at. Let's see whether Pyosik can get in there. He's stolen Barons in the past, but I don't know about this one. This is a toughie. 2.5k does flash to get himself out of the way of this one. A possibility, not going to be able to get in there. Lucid, good fingers. He's going to be able to get that one down. And now Perfect, he just has to escape. Deft trying to get some sticks in as Lucid goes for the re-engage. Beryl gets into the backline. The hostile takeover is decent. And there's the Fate's Call as well, but Deft is in so much trouble. Will have the opportunity to get a quick kill, but Beryl not going to be so happy about the situation. Pyosik, he's got long legs. He can walk pretty quickly. But Dplus, they've got a Baron. They're already very happy about how this one went.
Showmaker going to try to stop the execute here. Can he get it? Deft thinks he can fight this out. Don't know about that.
Does not happen. Showmaker will just say, no, you're just going to die. And he is. It's just about when and how.
Just gotten caught and found trying to farm or get vision. He's very squishy, Ivern.
Yeah. He may have been orbed.
He may have. There's a lot of damage here for this Dplus that's now 10,000 gold ahead and trying to end the game.
Indeed. And they are not going to be stopping here. First 2 inhibitors have been taken down. BDD on the wrong side of the map to try and defend this, as Perfect diving in doesn't find the Q though. And look at the damage here from Dplus. He's still able to get himself away. I don't know about Beryl being lucky being able to get out of that, but he does get to the fountain with the Fate's Call. Deft now in a little bit of trouble. Dove on top of with the quickness. No one's dead just yet. Actually kind of impressive, but the Nexus turrets are, so this Nexus is definitely going to go down. It's just whether or not they can get some kills, and there goes Perfect. That's the first one. And aiming, looking for a few more, you could imagine. Finally, it is Kingen that just goes down. But the Nexus, the most important part is...
anymore. And Akali's going to have a hard time actually being the solo damage in terms of AP here by herself. Often when this does happen, Udyr gets very tanky. Xin Zhao maybe fairly tanky. You've got really good peel.
This is, man, Deft really weaving that Calibrum quite nicely.
Yeah. Okay, Lucid topside.
Yeah, perfect. Gonna have to pop the Ghost. Let's see whether that's going to allow him to survive. Oh, the Harpoon's going to land, and he's really dead, guys. Very much dead. Big time dead. And there goes the Udyr. That is first blood going over to DK.
Yeah. They're not able to give the kill over to Kingen, which is a little bit unfortunate, but, you know, Lucid will take the gold. Knocking this Udyr out of lane early is going to leave a lot of the pressures. Meanwhile...
Yep, in goes Pyoshik, and that is a really dead aiming. Deft and Beryl doing a lot of that work beforehand, but you can see Pyoshik, he got that knock-up sorted, and then made sure that that was a kill that was definitely going to happen. Aiming with Ignite as well, and back he comes. I've seen this one before. Wow. That was almost like a tutorial of how to dive a turret, and it worked out quite nicely. There's a flash from B2D as Showmaker comes in as well, dusting off that synergy that they built together in 2022. Kind of cute, seeing that they were able to make that play so cleanly. And maybe it does allude to something being real special about that combination of players. Not to take anything away from Kingen, who is in this game on the other side, and Zeka, who was playing in the previous one. Both of them very important, but just because they're having identity crisis at the same time.
Dive set up, by the way, for Perfect here. Lucid is just ready to press R on him.
Well, Perfect should be able to deal with the wave relatively quickly, but in he goes. Yeah, equalizes down as well. This is a very dead Udyr. Once again, Lucid.
So I'm very concerned for how relevant Perfect is going to be versus how strong Kingen's going to be. The same could be said of aiming to a certain extent, but I'm a little bit more worried about that Yordle in the top lane.
Yeah, I feel like you already illustrated it, right? Like the fact that you can be very, very good into an Aphelios as a Rumble. He doesn't have a Lantern to go here as well. And his Azir is very dangerous. He's behind a little bit of farm here in comparison to Showmaker, who's had a relatively quiet game, but one where he's been farming a heck of a lot. Actually, getting a...
They're not going to commit. Kingen...
Oh, dear. Oh, he's going to go for the back, and then he gets the bad news. Equalizer does come down. Beryl burning. There's the flash. He gets kicked back, and that is potentially a 1-for-1, but never you mind. Deft has to flash, and the Emperor's Divide gets Showmaker out of there. Pyoshik wanting to get the knock-up. He will. Wind becomes lightning. Double kill for the Azir, but 2 for 2 is not what KT wanted.
No, certainly not, as now Perfect, the one under fire here, will avoid the bubble. I like this Ghost Blade Atlas here from aiming as well.
Oh, okay, that's a bit of a newie. As Perfect now finding himself with a few bad guys around. Cease and desist comes in. There's an equalizer dropped on top of the Udyr. And
control there. Now KT going to pivot towards that top side and look for the Herald take. They will be successful, but Dplus turn it into a kill, pushing that Udyr again further and further out of relevance in this game. And even Kingen is going to delete some minions down here and get some significant by, set himself up for success.
Oh, I've seen this movie before. Vault Breaker comes out. Perfect is just trying to stay alive, but he's just dead. There's nothing he can do about it. 3-0-1 now for Lucid on this Vi.
I mean, Perfect's turning into a bank, man. They just keep making withdrawals.
Yeah.
It's not going to be much left in the account after this. As I said, if it gets value.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. He can drive this guy. And I don't know how he made it over there, but what? Can we get a replay? I think strong, please.
Technically, penalty declined by Dplus though.
And looks like Perfect is. Oh no, he even.
This is not a replay.
No, it's not. Well, I mean it is, but it's not. Like it's live, but it's yeah. A bit of a sad time there. There is a lot of resources being used on the bottom side of the map. Will mean that inner turret is going to be taken down. As Showmaker has a bit of a giggle watching this one fall. Drake going to be picked up here by Dplus. So they grab themselves a kill on the Udyr, possibly this outer turret as well as a Drake.
To be honest, Atlas, at a certain point, committing this many resources to killing a low-value Udyr who's already out of the game might actually end up costing Dplus because they're losing really valuable.
I think that you're mentioning the map control certainly is a really big thing. As cease and desist going to be used here as another equalizer comes down. Emperor's Divide going to be used here as B2D burning, and in goes Showmaker. The flash. Oh, just the edge of the dash cannon. going to pick that one up.
That's a very rare. You're not actually going to commit. I'll take out the second turret here, the inner in bottom side. It's going to take him a little while to do so, but who's going to punish? It's going to be maybe Pyosik here?
Yeah, well, I don't know whether Perfect is really going to do too much by himself, but let's see whether Pyosik can actually help out here. As Kingen, 1 versus 2, teleports coming in. There's the equalizer. Can they actually do this? Kingen's just going to chase down Perfect, and yeah, he definitely can do this. Did Showmaker even need to turn up? Well, he likes it because he picks up 2 kills, but I have a feeling Kingen would have been fine.
And this is what I was saying. I mean, the Rookrun just doesn't, it's not going to help you. It's not enough. You're too far behind. He's got Crypt Bloom done. He doesn't care about your MR, he doesn't care about your shield, he doesn't care about you at all. He's just going to kill a turret and say thank you. Had to flash, but keeps his teleport, and he can just go back to his side and do it again.
Yeah, Perfect's like, I thought I bought a claw. Why did I get this She's fanny pack?
Yeah.
Oh no!
We're giving bottom. They're going to start this Baron again.
And Kingen has equalizer and teleport. He's going to use the teleport now. Teleport coming in from Perfect as well, who's going to soak the culling. That is valuable. As the tidal wave comes in, Deft is going to tank it. Now Pyosik in the pit secures the Baron, but Kingen, 1 versus 3 is melting them. He's going to break what used to be a stopwatch, does eventually go down thanks to Pyosik making his return. And now because of that, so much of their damage is now missing. It's going to have to be on Showmaker to make it happen. Lucid dives on in there as BDD goes golden as well. Aiming has to really make something happen, but Lucid's going to go down first. And look at Perfect. He's frontlining. He's doing it. He's relevant.
He's getting help from Barrel. He's helping.
Yeah, it's continuing to kind of work out here as Pyosik's at full health, just chasing after them. And now Kellen, yeah, fish food for the Azir.
And the re-engage there from Dplus after losing control of the Baron just felt so puzzling, and it's not the first. Worked out pretty well, but in this case, they just donated a ton of gold over to KT. They've now almost lost their gold lead, as you can see here in the gold difference over time.
Again, there were boopenings all over the place.
Okay, we're doing it again.
Yeah, Lucid standing in the back of the pit. This could be Ocean Soul. He does manage to get in, but doesn't manage to get the Drake. Goes for the cease and desist, and there's the equalizer on top of Deft, and they take him down. Now Showmaker's looking for Barrel. They take another. Lucid might go down, but I think the damage has been done. Pyosik, kinda massive, gets the knock up on a Showmaker. That's a lot of damage now mitigated. And Kingen can't do anything. What is this? This Sin Zhao is
He's doing so much.
Gigantic.
It's actually insane. He just can't be hurt.
I guess not. BDD, he can. Oh my god, Pyosik, you monster! Oh, he's not going to be able to make it happen. There's the double as Kingen picks up the ace. They miss out on Soul, but they do kill the entire enemy team.
I mean, the Baron.
And Lucid and
No
Kingen,
vision.
we're going to try and take that one down. And yeah, are they ever going to be able to do anything about it, is the question. They do see that it's going down, and now Beryl wandering on over. Look at all of the vision available here for Dplus, and it is burning, continuing to go down. Pyosik trying to get in there, the culling trying to soften him up, but it's just not going to work out. This is definitely going to go down. Pyosik, can he get in? Oh my god, that went down to way too low. Dplus, that is terrifying, but they are able to lock down the Baron and back away.
I mean, also Ocean Drake, that's just so point counterwise here for KT, isn't going to feel great, isn't going to feel equivalent at all. KT now going to scramble to defend, but look at Showmaker in the top lane. He's pushing down that inner. This turret's not long for the world.
Yeah, there's a flash forward from Lucid. BDD does go golden, but now his turret is gone. He gets over the wall, and Perfect is going to be the sacrifice. The Emperor, he told him, my subject, you must go, for I must live. And that is precisely what happened. But the base, it definitely didn't. Beryl has made it back. He's got his little knapsack here, but his house is being torn apart. Aiming, just throwing bullets into it. Showmaker doing the same thing here as Def and Dragon of this game. And there's a flash forward from Def. Don't know about that one. What was the...
Yeah, there wasn't
did he
really
have one last Gravitum or something that I did not see?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Nothing to get there, but and you lose. But Dplus have so much more control. KT really trying to find any opportunity here. Rumble showing topside, but Kingen has teleport, so he can join in at any time. As Pyosik is wrapping around, looking for aiming.
Going for the hero play. There's the flash forward. He finds the crescent guard, and aiming is just going to explode. Deft picks up the kill. Now there's no AD carry, but they're still
They have mid-prio for the next objective, and for pushing to end here could be an option as well, but there's a Rumble.
Yeah, the Equalizer will be able to deal with that wave very, very effectively, but they're still pushing. I'm not sure about this.
Yeah, I don't know about this.
Really tanky, but Remember, yeah, you just don't do very much damage to these turrets when Showmaker is dealing with all of these minions.
Okay, now they're going to try to rush over to Baron, but aiming will eventually go back towards Dplus.
This is so gone, though, because they do so much Baron damage. Showmaker elected to get towards that bottom lane, wants to try and make the most of what is an awkward situation. So they will secure the Baron. They can play defense with that one.
I mean, this feels like a chess game. It's just play after play. You know, KT does a lot of damage, though.
Yeah. Yoshik now off on the side is going to spot Lucid here, but might be in trouble. There's the flash in. Lucid, he's pulled the trigger. Empress Divide gets rid of him. The Culling's not doing that much, but in goes Kingin. He's trying to be the hero, but Deft is still alive. Lucid's out of there. Showmaker's looking for it, but it's not going to work out. And KT, they'll find the team fight. And do you know what the best part about this is? It means it ain't over yet. We're going to Game 3.
Game 3, baby! And that was sick play from Deft, positioning so good. BDD with the Emperor's Divide and Dplus, they had so much control. Lucid goes in. The first time he went in, gave KT an angle back in. The second time, they dealt with him. The Emperor's Divide was clutch. You know, double AP isn't a problem. But they go for the Gnar, and Gnar is a different set of challenges. In the laning phase, much easier to play than the Gwen, I would say, for Perfect. But in team fights, much harder, actually. You have to manage your Gnar bar. You're going to have to try to time.
Able to get over that ward into the brush without actually being spotted, and Dissonance going to land. BDD is almost in that danger zone, and there he gets the bad news. The flash will be needed. But can he actually get out at all is the question. Clockwork wind up. There's a cute little flash, but BDD is now going the wrong direction, and there it is, the flash forward from Showmaker. Well, here towards the top side of the map. Kingin not even utilizing his ghost, so really nice return as Lucid. He's just everywhere on this map right now. Kingin's still in a real rough spot. Laning into the Gnar can be quite difficult. He's doing his best to find as much farm as possible as the hop is going to connect.
Perfect.
Is this a solo kill? Kingin is just going to die. All right, perfect. KT gets out of this. Is BDD having that extra flexibility from the mid lane? So I think it means that Lucid will have a very difficult time actually ganking this top lane if Perfect isn't mega overextend. Very long way away from this. And it looks like Yoshik is going to be left to his own devices. They just know exactly where Lucid is. You can see BDD not risking it at all. Deft moves up. And Lucid now moving on over. BDD knows that he can just get this stun. Wasn't spotted. Lucid now looking for an opportunity. Glacial Prison comes down, but Deft is free hitting. There's the ult out from Kellen, but already their jungler has gone down, and now Pyoshik's on top of Showmaker. He can now get out of there. BDD's also safe. They'll grab a Drake.
You're forcing resources, you're forcing Zeri to back, you're shoving these waves in mid, you're always threatening something, you're always keeping your opponent sweeping non-stop to try to defensively set up their own vision around these objectives where you're getting something elsewhere. Look at the vision that KT has on the bottom side of the map, controlling the entry points to the Drake, which now they're going to rotate towards after they grab this Herald, after they grab this turret. And they have so much control. Dplus don't have a lot of options right now.
Yeah, and this is sort of how the game should be at this point. What KT are looking for, so might be an opportunity. They can burst this one down, and I think they should be able to do so. That'll buy them some time, and time is what DK desperately needs.
Yeah, BDD low on mana here, and with those backs, the resets you were talking about, they're not going to commit to the contest here. It's a solo.
Definitely wants to play a shorter game than 45 minutes, like we saw last time.
He's got Cyclo Sword, so if BDD hits anyone, they die.
All right, Lucid does find BDD, but there's the ulti out of barrel to keep him safe. Shockwave is really good, though. Unleashed Power comes in, and that's a way to make an entrance. Pyoshik, who gets exhausted immediately and has to flash away. Aiming at full health is going to keep himself alive, and we're going to have to count some summoner spells.
And are going to lose more gold overall as this inner here in mid is just going to get burned down by these Voidlings.
Yeah, and that is inner and mid lane, and a lot of damage.
More turrets elsewhere on the map, and they're going to have to commit TP.
Yeah, all out is going to come through here as Perfect could be in trouble. Showmaker comes down, gets the command protect. Gnar into the wall, trying to find it here is Perfect, but he throws the house away, and the wallop ain't going to do nothing. So Showmaker going to be able to lock down the kill, and that is going to give a whole lot of space to this Cassante.
Absolutely. Also, we're going to be able to take out this turret, so more than just the kill gold, this gold going over to Showmaker. Those standing gold that's been on this map with those extra turrets definitely stands between KT as Lucid.
Oh yeah, there's the cease and desist. Scat of the week. Lucid's going to flash. He is so tanky. This Frozen Heart build's working out real nice. And the culling in the last few bullets are going to do it. So finally, he does go down.
Oh, that awkward head scratch on the player cam. You know he's feeling sheepish.
Yeah, aiming, not going to find anyone with the ulti, but now has all of that empowerment. They're just trying to space him, trying to get out of the way. And with the fact, now behind enemy lines is Pyoshik, but that is going to get him over towards this Drake. The Perfect has already started up.
Yeah, a little timid, a little split here, KT.
Yeah, and now Lucid's in the pit. He should be able to take this one down himself. And now going to be used not for too much at all, and we're going to even out the Drake count nicely.
To do so here, so might not happen immediately. But yeah, Deft and Barrel were cut off from that Drake pit here, trying to do a little bit too much.
Yeah, and all right, in goes Kingen. That's a little bit dangerous. Scat of the Week comes out. More splinters going over to B2D, but this siege is going to work out. Now Dplus looking for more. Perfect, wanting to charge up that Naba, getting these autos through. Getting softened, and as you can see, soaking the CC, but you can't soak that much damage. Perfect gets to the Mega Gnar.
It's a tug-of-war game here, now that the turret's gone for that Baron. Prio's aiming's going in.
Yeah, B2D gonna get exhausted. There's Scat of the Week. The ulti comes through from the Cat, and the Syndra is dead. Now they're lined up. Perfect wanting to find a way in as Deft is dashing forward. Danger, absolutely, but still, it is going to be DK backing off. No one wanting to overcommit, no one wanting to make the big play to try and end it.
This is just not sussed out, they get away with it.
Yeah, information now being gleaned, and a teleport going to be utilized here by Perfect. Pyoshik moves up, sees that health bar is getting low. As Glacial Prison to come on in there, that is the secure on the Baron, and it looks like Kingen will be the sacrifice. Now, you have to see whether Dplus can get out, but Perfect is trying to corral him. There's a flash in, and Deft is just picked off. Aiming is massive, and this is all about protect the president now. As aiming, you have to be careful. Cease and desist comes in, Scat of the Week, but immediately the cleanse comes down. And they don't have a lot of damage without the Lucian, and now the re-engage comes in. They are from Perfect, finds the wallop as well as Pyoshik wants to get on over. Showmaker is going to be taken down. Lucid, keeping them all in position. The stuns are everywhere. What the heck? Oh my god, Perfect, no wonder you have 100% win rate. You're just the best Gnar in the world.
Perfect with a hop on his head. He got Goomba stopped by this man.
He wasn't even old enough to play. And Supreme certainly looking like they are a little bit stressed out, and understandably so. I think everyone is. I was about to put my face in there. That would have been bad.
Ooh. Well, this is a strong push here, and no answer, as everyone was bottom side dealing with Purple World for Zeri, level 16.
Oh, that's Scat of the Week. That was a cute one from B2D. You can see it's Pyoshik that we have to have our eyes on. He's waiting for that opportunity.
Look at Perfect. He's just pushing.
Yeah, is it going to be aiming? There's the flash forward. The scatter comes in as well, and he's down to the GA. Now that DPS is not going to be in this fight. Lucid going down so low. Aiming gets himself out of there, but he's not going to be able to hit anyone. And KT, they came in like a wrecking ball halfway through game 2, and now they've stomped over the top of Dplus in this moment.
He's a threat on your back line, and they follow up so beautifully, and I think that is just the push to end here.
Yeah.
No front line anymore. There's only so much Showmaker and Aiming can do to hold this off.
Oh man, this has just been such a crazy series. Perfect. He's going to make Showmaker go into his Zhonya's. He's taking a lot of damage, finds 2, or technically 3, with his Gnar, and he's able to get himself out of there. The Nexus turrets will fall down. My goodness, that house hurts so much, and Showmaker's going to go down. That is going to be the ace reapplied, and KT, they will win game 3 and stay in second place.
Talk about A's.
These were some of the best highlights from today's LCS 2024 Spring Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.